And you?
Right, thank you.
You all right, mate?
Okay, everyone's ready, we'll kick off. Gareth, we'll start with you.
Matt, how do you analyse that?
I'd probably tailor the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes, really, wouldn't it? But ultimately, the first 20 minutes was always going to dictate probably where the game went. Right. Yeah, obviously, real brave effort at the end to come back and get 2 points. But I've seen enough of those games where reality is they probably thought they'd done enough and maybe dropped off 5%. And what I did feel, though, is there was a hell of a lot of effort from our boys in that last 20 minutes. Probably, obviously, really nice to get the 4-try bonus point, but probably more pleasing for me was seeing the desperation defending their line. It was almost like it was a one-score game. The amount of tackles some of our forwards putting in those sets was outstanding.
The first 40 minutes, how do you judge that now?
Listen, it's just about going back to the working week. We knew two things were going to be really important. Having a contestable kicking game, and they edge that area. And then I've got to say their defensive contact area is so good. They spend time in the tackle. They've got very good people over the ball. And we knew if we didn't get that quite right, they'd either get the ball off us or we'd have pretty slow ball to work off. And that's what happened in the first 40. So it's not something you can overthink. It's pretty clear where the game was. We give their back three some run-ups and they're really dangerous. And yeah, contact area was probably in their favour in that first half.
Did you think you come back in that 20 minutes? How much of a difference did Jared Evans make when he came on?
Yeah, again, it's not about overthinking it. The game had run its course really there. So when the bench come on, it was pretty clear what we had to do. And the most pleasing thing with me, you could sense just before half-time that if we started chasing the game and getting unstructured, we'd hurt ourselves. So I thought there was an element of maturity in the second half where we weren't reckless. We weren't just running everything and going at a system. We managed to feed a little bit better. And all the tries come from structured play, really. So it gives us something to build on and some green shoots really going into the England game.
So a big fan of no try that was chalked off. Any thoughts on that?
I thought it was probably rightly chalked off, if I'm honest. When I look back at it, it did look like he jumped in the tackle. So I've got no complaints about it. I haven't had a great look at it, but no initial complaints from me for that.
Was that first half always what you feared after you talked about the emotion at Ireland, but this was a different proposition?
No, I don't really want to go down that route either. The easy thing, and it's something that I know players hate, is although there's a drop off emotionally. I don't think that was the case. We come up again. They're a good Scotland team. I think we've got to remember that they outscored England 3-1 last week. They're a good side. They've been together a long time. Very distinct style of play. Coaching staff has been together a long time, and we run into them on a good day. So there was no lack of effort, no lack of passion out there. As I said, contact area, they slowed our ball up and stole some of it, and their back three were in the game a little bit too much.
England final game.
Yeah, it's a final game. You're right.
Looking forward to that.
I can't wait. Straight away after the game, I think the player said in the huddle, it's not a week to kind of lick your wounds for too long. We get back tonight. Obviously, have time with your families on Sunday, and then there's no greater challenge than England in Cardiff. So I know it's something the boys can't wait for, and yeah, personally for me, it should be a great occasion.
It is not a defeat, Matt. How do you live the players? Does yours struggling this fresh news? How do you feel at the end? Desperation for that win is not.
I don't know. I don't think it's not something I'm going to talk about. It's there in the background. Everyone knows that. But if you start taking the pitch with desperation and anxiety and worrying about where the next win comes from, it's just going to chew you up. So I just think what I can promise the players next week is I'll do my best to make them a better team. So they'll come in Monday. I'll be positive. We'll have a plan for England. We'll learn Monday and refresh, and then attack England on Saturday. There's no point in hanging on to the past at all.
Josh Adams in the around, or is he?
He didn't make this week. It's to be unclear whether he's available next week or not.
I want to be just a word for your captain. Just another performance from Jack. Like 25 tackles, I think that was mentioned, but what have you been impressed by since you've been with Jack?
Well, firstly, as a person, he's been a pleasure to work with, and I think he typifies the effort of the team. I thought, without singling Jack out, but I thought Dav Jenkins, but probably the three lads who have led the team, Dowie Lake coming back from injury early because he's worked so hard to get back, and obviously Jack, I thought they were outstanding, and they typified the spirit of the team in that last 10-15 minutes.
Jack, your reflections on the game?
We just probably let a little bit too much work to do after that first half. A couple of inaccuracies. Giving Scotland a bit of momentum, but also the effort of the boys in that second half, and especially in that last 20 to keep on going and keep on battling. The character the boys shows was brilliant.
Any other? No, okay, Nat and Cymraeg.
Just gwybod, Jack. Siwr deimladau ti'n marw cymysg achos ydych chi golli, ond chi'n brwydro nes y funud ola yna. Siwr deimlad rhywun yn stafell newid?
Mae'r boys yn gytid. Bach yn siomedig. O'n i wedi gadael gormod i wneud yn yr ail hanner, ond siarad ar cymeriad ar effort o'r boys i cadw mynd nes yr 80 munud i cadw ymlaen brwydro. Oedd e'n ardderchog, so mae rhaid just adeiladu arno hwnna, ond oedd probably gormod o'n i wedi wneud yn yr hanner cynta yna. Rhoi gormod momentum i'r Alban, a maen nhw'n tîm gret ar y tro blaen, so ni'n gael gormod i wneud.
Ymddiffyn lot, ond wedyn yn ymosod yn sgorio 4 cais, teimlo'r dromosod yn dechrau tanio.
Ydy mae fan. Oedd Madge i siarad amdano, sefyll yn strwythyr ni, a dyma'n bydd wnaethon ni fwy yn yr ail hanner fan'na. Oedd cyfleoedd wedi dod wedyn, fi'n credu ni ddim wedi mynd mewn i'r 2-20 unwaith, neu falle 2 waith yn yr hanner cynta, a deithon ni bant gyda cais a cwbl o bwyntiau, so mae'n rhaid just adeiladu na'r camla'n sefyll yn y strwythyr a popeth ni'n neud, a trial datblygu eto wrth ysyn.
Datblygu wrth ma, dy Lloegr yn weld gyda'r edrych mlaen y honna siwr.
Ydyn ni'n edrych mlaen iddo fe, mae'n challenge gret i waren erbyn Lloegr yn gytredd wrth esa, a ni jyst mynd i trial adeiladu wrth sy'n dysgu o'r gwersi heddi, ond hefyd adeiladu a car mlaen, datblygu car mlaen, gwella fel tîm yn y strwythyr, a trial bod tyn bach yn well eto, a wedyn gweld siwr mynd wrth esa.
But just pethau bach, un neu ddoi beth bach sy'n gweithio yno?
Ydy, mae cwbl o bethau bach i gweithio arno. So ni'n mynd i edrych nôl ar y gêm na'r dechrau'r wythnos, ond ni ffili fel mae gyfwns gormod, mae rhaid ni bod nôl ar a trio cael adeiladu, cael dysgu a mynd amdani wrth esa.
Ffordd cael nogol yn erbyn i Werddon, chi'n gwella, hynny'n sicr, teimlo bod yna hyder yn dod nôl yn ysgol garfan ar chwaraewyr?
Os mae hyder yn dod nôl, beth sy'n bleser i gweld ni wedi bod yn ymosod lot fwy yn y 2 gêm diwetha, a ni wedi bod yn newydd i'r strwythyr, so ni wedi goffod cael mlaen dysgu fel eto wythnos hyn a mynd amdani wythnos esa, ond mae'r hyder yn dod, a ni'n cymryd lot o hyder o'r 20 munud diwetha o'r gêm. Diolch yn fawr.
Okay, thank you very much everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.